And awkward silence. Morning, everyone. How are we going? Welcome to another Three Idiots Talk Aquariums podcast. I almost forgot what we're called there. I hope everyone's had a great fishy week and done lots of awesome fishy activities. How have you two homosexuals been?
Who's he talking to?
Good.
Who's he?
Good. Move on. Was it? Yeah. Great.
Wow.
Okay. How has the inbred one been, and how has the great pole dancer stripper of 2024 been?
I've been good.
You think?
I think
It sounds like I think I've been good. I think I'm going to get something good for Christmas, but I don't actually know because I've been so busy. I don't even know what I've done this week.
pretty much.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
It sounded like I'm good. Who am I? Where am I?
We'll get through this. We'll get through these next few days, and we'll be the weekend, and then we'll rinse and repeat the next week.
We made it 3 minutes before he fucked out.
Yeah.
Not even a minute 40.
Good.
Minute 40, you reckon? Yeah.
What about you, Matthew?
Oh, me.
I am.
Okay.
I am still here.
I've
I
been
think.
good. What have I been doing? I've been doing shitloads, mostly not to do with fish. But it has been busy in my fish room. Everything is breeding like mad at the moment. Dealing with
Including
a few,
yourself?
yeah, well, dealing with a few little anger management issues with a couple of them. So there's a couple of boys in the naughty corner at the moment. But yeah, it's been nuts out there. Like even in my malaria tank the other day, did a water change, came back the next day, 6 out of 11 girls are holding.
Wow.
So that boy's shriveled up and looking a little bit dehydrated. But yeah, things are going good out there. I need to paint it. I keep delaying that. I need to paint it.
Don't do it. It's overrated.
Yeah, but also
Are you worried about? Are you worried about painting up with the fish in there?
A little bit, but there's these cool things called drop cloths that'll help me.
No, but I mean like the fumes and shit.
I just open up the garage door. But
obviously
also,
it lingers for ages afterwards.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going to be worse, like leaving the jib unpainted or trying my best and painting it.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about painting your tanks.
No.
Wouldn't
Well, if you paint them, you can't see into them.
Wouldn't the moisture
them, you just can't see
eventually
them.
ruin the jib hanging around?
Sorry, Baldy was talking.
Yeah. Wouldn't the moisture of the room itself eventually ruin the raw dry jib if it doesn't get covered with something?
Yeah. So it's
Need to be done.
yeah.
Just do
But
it.
like, I figure if I do it on a hot day with the door open and a fan pushing the air out, be fine.
Yeah.
You can get low VOC paints as well, eh? So that might be the go.
Yeah, but I'm cheap.
Yeah. And also, you've got to get something that actually handles moisture. So you probably want to be using like a good oil-based primer or something like that over it all. And
just like a kitchen and bathroom with a mold inhibitor built into it.
Yeah. So you're not going to use decent oil-based primer or anything. You're just going to chuck it on. I guess it's not forever, is it? This fish room isn't forever, is it? right?
Nah, and I'm definitely not fucking around with an oil-based paint. I hate oil-based paint.
Yeah, they stain everything, don't they? Little bastards.
So no, I'll probably use a wallboard primer and then Resine Space Coat kitchen and bathrooms.
Nice. What colour are you going to do?
Just white.
Yeah. I reckon you should do like a lime green.
All the tanks will look like they're dirty after that though, because they'll be like reflection.
Yeah, yeah. Then your things will look like Kool-Aid or lime juice, isn't it? That'd be funny. Cool. Have you been up to anything fish related, Cam?
Me? Fish related? No. No, I just pulled a dead Cory out of a tank. Does that count?
Why'd you kill a Cory?
Did it
Why'd I
smell
kill a
funky?
Cory? For science.
You murderer.
Murderer.
So your store is probably getting emptier and emptier by the minute.
It's not getting emptier and emptier. It is getting ready to be emptied by the minute. So, what was the sales fish room? The rack in there has been totally pulled apart. I'm just waiting for an electrician to come through and disconnect the power, which I'm not going to do with myself, and I'm not going to test it with my tongue, nor am I going to test it with wet hands, regardless of whatever you two think I should do.
Wet hands wasn't an option.
What about your balls?
Oh. Sorry. No, I'm not going to test it with my balls either.
And the other one?
I can't remember what the other one was. Wait, you stuck your hand.
Yeah,
I'm not yeah, so once that's disconnected, the rack can come out of there. All the tanks are out. It just leaves the freezer in there. The shop retail floor is empty, excluding my 2 display aquariums that I haven't moved home yet. The counter, which I found a home for, which hasn't moved out yet, and a few shelves of stock out the back is all basically empty. The last of the fish is being sent today, so I'll be able to totally dry off the quarantine rack. The blue racks are empty. It just leaves like 3 or 4 Cory tanks, the Frontosa tank.
How many glass boxes do you have left?
Do I have left?
Like ballpark. Yeah.
Off the top of my head, approximately 80.
Holy
Maybe
shit.
Maybe a little bit less.
Do you want to send some up here?
Oh my
I'll
god.
get rid
If
of
you
them.
want to pay for freight, no worries.
I was actually really sad to see the photos of you pulling your retail rack apart because I thought that was pretty fucking cool. Like
Yeah,
the
sucked.
wood and stuff and the way they look real cool. Like I was a little bit sad for you. I know you would have been not very happy about that either. A lot of love and shit went into that. I mean, obviously it's progress and we can't be like sad sacks about it, but it was pretty sad to see. Saying,
Yeah,
fuck,
for
that's
sure.
a cool rack. Looks cool.
Yeah, really well designed, looked good. Everything kind of functioned really well for the best part. So it is what it is.
And also, have you not learnt by now?
Yeah.
I don't pay
So
for freight.
you obviously had no takers and taking that.
No. So that might end up going into storage. I'm not quite sure just yet. I'll work it out. We will see.
Yeah, it's a shame no one took it as one unit, eh?
It'd be perfect, like, because I had the other one, which was a bank of 9,
Yeah.
and like it'd be perfect for those
Oh.
like Instagram style fish rooms sort of setup, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know if you're in Auckland, I'd probably be in trouble. So I'm glad you're not.
Well, we can get it up here.
I mean, I'd be in more trouble than I normally am, is what I should say.
We can send it up. Just say the word. We can make it work.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll get married first before I get divorced.
I'm also surprised that the blue steel racks haven't sold as well. I thought they'd be perfect for someone wanting to breed in a fish room. They're 2 units of 6 2-foot tanks. They're quite wide as well, which makes them pretty good for a lot of different things. Yeah.
I think that the problem is you only have like 27 people down there. They're all related, and not everyone keeps fish. So like it's you've got a very limited gene pool and a limited market. So
yeah, I agree regarding the amount of people that are potentially able to buy it. Like I've got like 44 of those Blue Planet tanks sitting on the wooden quarantine rack. And even if I was to sell them individually, I think I'd struggle to sell them individually, 44 of those tanks. So
and like I suggested
you've got more stock than animates.
That's not hard. I was suggesting doing a load down to Christchurch or something to get rid of them, but you probably don't have time at the moment because you're moving house and doing everything else. So yeah, that won't really work either.
Time is almost something I do have at the moment, being that I'm currently a man of leisure. That's how I'm describing my current employment status.
Fucking bum. Get a haircut and get a job.
I'm not a bum, and technically I think I'm still self-employed, so I'm a man of leisure. I go for at least one walk a day, and I go to the gym at least once a day, so I'm a man of leisure.
Yes, a mate of mine reckons he works for the Ministry of Fisheries as well, the beneficiaries. Yeah, he's got a great job.
I need a sports coat
on the dole.
That's what I need, a sports coat.
Something will come up. You're kind of in a transitional period at the moment. It's all good. Go do what you got to do.
He's in a trans period.
Stripper.
I think everything goes in Nelson, but that probably doesn't go.
I imagine they're actually pretty close-minded in Nelson.
Yeah,
we are the whitest city in New Zealand. Sorry, Richmond is the whitest city in New Zealand.
They just like to keep it in the family and keep everything under wraps.
They found a gene pool that they're happy with.
It's kind of like
Helensville.
It's kind of like it's kind of like a town of. It's like a town version of Gloria Vale, I think.
It almost sounds like the big brother of Helensville.
I'll tell you what. Helensville's pub's opened back up. We've finally got a pub again.
Have you bought shares?
No, I haven't actually been. We're going to go soon to a concert there. But yeah, we've got a pub now, so Helensville's on the up and up. It's going to fucking.
Helensville's a pretty poor area, eh? You reckon if you buy 3 pints, you'll basically own the joint?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. She's pretty bad, but he's doing a good job with it. So yeah.
Cool. Good.
Anyway, so no fishy activities for you, Cam?
Nah, not really. Might hopefully moving some fronts this week, possibly. But yeah, nothing really.
Nice. Have you moved the tanks to the new house yet? And how is the new fish room looking?
No, the garage is still full of boxes. So my wife works ridiculous hours, and over the weekend, she worked 45 hours.
I guess someone has to feed your habits, so she has to work hard, right?
Pretty much.
How many hours did she do on the weekend?
About 45 hours over 2.5 days or something stupid. Like she literally got up, went to work, got up, went to work, got up. There was nothing in between. So, yeah. You
can't do 45 hours and 48 hours and get up.
Yeah, 2.5 days. 3 hours sleep. 2.5 days, you dick.
So out of 60 hours, she did 45 hours, which meant that in 60 hours.
She was getting home. She was getting home at about 2 a.m, and she was back up 6:30ish, getting back to work at 7.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
It is not good. Well, not good for her. It's a her problem, not a me problem.
It's great for you because you've got yourself a real trophy wife there, a breadwinner. and you can just stay at home with the kids and be the bitch.
I hope she doesn't watch the podcast.
I can continue my man of leisure lifestyle. Why do you think I cook and clean every day? I know where my bread's being buttered.
Yeah,
but anyway, because we worked so many massive hours, nothing really got done as far as unpacking went. We got the key stuff done, but there's still like a garage full of boxes. But it's her days off today and tomorrow, so we'll begin chugging through a little more to start moving some tanks.
Oh, it's a shitter moving, eh? Fuck, I hate it.
I
And
agree.
then you've got to try and find space for everything, and then you realise you've moved heaps of rubbish that you didn't actually need. And, it's horrible. I hate it.
Yep. I'm looking at like all the boxes in the garage, thinking we've moved into this house. Everybody's got everything they need out of these boxes in the house currently. We've lived without it for a week. We can throw it out surely. We don't need it. What makes sense? Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
And
Have
your
you
wife
got the
is
kids in the box?
I wish my kids were in the box and I could throw them out too, little shits. No.
So, but you're only going to set up a small little couple of tanks in the garage type thing, eh? Not a fish room.
Big tanks, but only a couple of them.
Yeah.
To maximise my yield, and I might be having to bite the bullet about having the clown loaches in with the frontosa as much as I don't want to do it.
Maximise your yield as in you're going to be trying to breed them?
No, getting as many fish into one room as I possibly can.
I'm wondering if that's probably the least amount of fish and tanks that you would have had in how many years? Like
ages.
Since
very long time. Yeah.
Because, like you started off with a fish room and then a fish shop and then a fish room and then another fish shop.
Yeah.
Over many years.
Yeah, it's even at the moment I've probably got the least amount of tanks running that I have had in a very, very long time. So
you'll be back. You'll be back.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. What do you think I'm not selling, getting rid of my favourites and keeping my tanks? Like, it's not that I don't like aquariums and I'm still not invested in aquariums and every single part of aquarium life. It's just that business side of it hasn't worked the way it needed to work and moving house. So, yeah.
So, idea then, rather than trying to sell all of your glass boxes, could you not, like, hire a storage shed and keep a bunch of them?
Well, if you were another coffee deep, you would have heard earlier in this conversation I said that these racks might end up going into a storage unit.
Fuck.
Way to listen, Mr. Detective.
That's the reason that he works for the NZ Police. They don't really listen. Have you tried to argue with the police officer?
You're onto it, yeah.
Dear, just do better.
No, that's why I couldn't work for them, because I listened too well. We've lost Baldy.
Probably makes a better show, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, his picture's pretty accurate of him, though, isn't it? Just a head with nothing on it.
Good chat. Yeah, if I've got to put stuff in storage, I've got to put stuff in storage.
Cool.
And I'm sort of beginning to bite the bullet and think that maybe having to put the clown loaches in with the frontosa might have to be the way to go for a temporary solution for the next year or so. I'm just losing a Corey every 2 or 3 days. What's that, sorry?
Even if it's just short term until you can get some up, so it probably makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm just getting concerned that I'm losing a couple of Corys every day or every 2 or 3 days, which is beginning to bug me. And I don't think I would lose a clown loach or a frontosa in that period of time living together. So, yeah, there's just too many fish in a smaller tank at the moment.
as more time goes on, it's becoming more and more tempting to go, fuck it, I'll come to Nelson with my work truck.
And buy all my tanks?
Yeah.
Do it.
Not all of them, because like your Blue Planet little 2-footers are kind of useless to me. But
do it. Buy them all. Buy all the racks. Buy them all. Take them for a good time.
Well, because how far is Nelson from Picton?
It's an hour and a half drive.
So could easily do like
you
the
go
early
across the
morning
Picton,
sailing.
When you
And
go
then the
across the
evenings,
Picton, you see this giant hole, and then you just drive to the bottom of it. That's Nelson down the bottom of the hole.
Again,
Yeah, I've got a
ironic
Ford
coming from a
Transit with a
dude
lift
that's
bank.
got a black screen with a white dot in the middle of it.
I'm just trying to save what precious data I've got. You know, make it work.
I
You're
thought
from
you were actually
Auckland,
trying to
man.
make it look like you had more here.
Aren't you rich if you live in Auckland? So you should have like unlimited data.
I've got
Or are you south of
unlimited
the
data,
Bombays
but
right now?
I don't have unlimited reception. That's the problem.
You're heading past the Bombays, I see.
I've gone north.
To be clear, the problem that you have actually makes it a better life for me and Matt and everybody else watching. Because none of us are thinking, shit, we need to go buy some sunglasses. The glare is bouncing off his head and into our eyes.
What about you, Baldy? What fish have you killed this week?
I don't think I've killed any fish this week. I did do.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry, Karen.
You got rid of your rummies. So.
Well, they got rid of themselves. Stupid things. I did a what I call a meth mission to Tauranga the other night to get some fish, so that was fun. It was an impromptu trip to Tauranga, so we loaded up and grabbed some fish off a mate, and yeah, that was fun. Like, got back at 1 o'clock and the next day. Chucking fish in tanks at 1 o'clock is always fun times. I enjoy it. So, but no, everything's going good in the fish room. It's pretty stable. Pretty happy now. I've just got to get in there and do some work, strip some fish this weekend probably. Got a whole bunch of fish for you, Matt, but a whole bunch of females.
Yes, we need to figure that one out.
Yeah. So, yeah, nothing exciting. Everything is ticking along nicely.
Helen wants me to bring some brevis with me. There's probably a better chance of Ryan sending the brevis to Palmy and then me getting them to Picton, to be fair, than Ryan sending them to Christchurch.
Yeah, I don't really ship fish to South Island anymore. Don't really ship fish at all, to be honest. Too busy, and now it's coming into Christmas time.
Why don't you ship stuff to the South Island? Are you racist on the different islands?
Yep.
I've never understood why people won't send to the South Island. Like, it's going in a courier, it's being picked up by a courier, it gets put in a courier truck, it gets delivered to the courier depot. The courier depot then puts it in another van. The van then puts it into someone's house. What's the difference between that and then sending it on a boat? Like, I don't understand why people don't send to South Island from the North Island. It makes no sense to me.
The problem is that I haven't had that many issues shipping, but the issues that I have had have always been to South Island.
When
I last had an issue, and I rang up and
the issues that you've had sending to the South Island have been your own, like sending it 4-day post over the weekend on a long weekend, or not putting in heat packs. There have been issues that you have caused, nothing to do with the couriers. Correct?
No.
Also, did he say shipping
the
or
couriers
shipping?
usually lose them. The last time I shipped fish to South Island, I didn't do anything wrong. I shipped them, and then I tried to track them, and I got every answer from one lady from the New Zealand Post. Tried to tell me that there was a courier van with my fish in it driving from Auckland to Dunedin at the moment, and she couldn't ring the driver to find out where they were.
How's that a
Actually,
South Island problem?
believe this.
That could have happened.
Well, this is what happens when you send things to South Island.
You could have been sending stuff from Helensville to Auckland, and that could have happened.
Well, that would have actually been true, though. They would have actually driven it. So all I'm saying is weird shit happens when you go to the South Island. South Island people seem to have an influence on things going wrong, so as they like them. So there you go. Done. Sorted.
Careful, you're going to crash.
That was my over temp alarm going off because I'm going too fast up this hill. Anyway,
Wait, do you have one of your own
so
nav satellite setup things for your own business vehicle? Or is that like a built-in feature for the car?
it's a temperature monitoring system that I installed with it.
Why?
Yeah. After he saw my trip up to Auckland with E-Roads, he decided he wanted it for himself.
Yeah, why? Why?
Sounded like a fun time. Now this is just a temperature monitor. That's all it is. It's gauges.
Okay.
And it's different. That's different to gauges. It's
Okay.
Gauges.
Okay. Okay. Should we move on with life?
You know. Have one of you two got a random question for us?
We've got some listener mail this week. Well, I can do that while you're finding a random question, Matt.
Bullshit. Spam.
No, we've got two. The first one has come from YouTube, and it says, "Hi, 3 Idiots to Aquariums. To help keep our community safe, we limit some of the more powerful features to channels we have built and maintained. For a positive channel history, we have provided verification. As of now, your channel doesn't have sufficient channel history. It has lost access to the advanced features. This may have happened because your channel did not follow our community guidelines. Bullet point, co-hosts cannot be bald. Bullet points, co-hosts cannot be cocks. Bullet points, co-hosts cannot give shit to people that live past the Bombay Hills." So that's all right. And the next email we've had is from Pion Moing. "Hey mate, just viewed your video. I just wanted to swiftly let you know about our growth service. Ryan, you might be interested in this. This could be hair related, it could be penis related. YouTube videos, $2 for 1,000. YouTube likes, $4 for 1,000. YouTube subscribers, $40 for 1,000. YouTube comments, $50 for 1,000. YouTube shares, $4 for 1,000. If you're keen, send us your YouTube video link and we'll do a 100 views test. Thanks." So, if anybody wants some growth, there you go. So that is the mail that we've had this week.
Oh, awesome. What's the random question, Matt? That was great, Mr. Mail. Thank you for that.
Hey,
Quality
welcome.
segment. Matt's gone to sleep, is he? And he's awake.
I don't have a random question, and the thing's not working. So let's just go with I don't know. This is quality.
So we're talking about aquariums.
That's really good.
Good topic. Good topic. Good topic. That's a good topic.
Here's the question. Here's the question. If bald people work in restaurants, do we think that they should still have to wear hairnets, and why?
That's a good one. I like that. If bald people work in restaurants, should they have to wear hairnets?
I think yes, because hairnets are like a fashion statement. And
no, we're not talking about your wigs.
I'm going to go with yes because because Baldy shaves his downstairs and he still wears dungaroos, which essentially is a hairnet. So yeah, I'm going to say he has to.
And I'm thinking that, like, if this, hypothetically speaking, if this person's bald, they probably feel like real stink about their baldness. So if they wear a hairnet, at least when they look in the mirror, they can pretend there's hair underneath it, and maybe it'll grow back.
Is that what you keep telling yourself? One day, it'll grow back.
That was a great random question. How's your bald spot going, dickhead?
Where? Motherfucker.
Oh dear.
So what? Talking about aquariums, what is the dumbest aquarium you've ever seen?
Hexagon
Dumbest
tanks.
What'd you say?
So those
Hexagon tanks.
dumbest aquarium you've ever seen. So you're talking those long, tall, skinny hexagon tanks.
Yeah, fucking stupid. Get rid of them.
And
Smash
usually they're so old that the silicon's all peeling off, the glass is all scratched, and they just look like something from the 70s, you know?
Yeah,
They
and
just look
everyone, because
nasty.
they're rare, I want $200 for it. So they're not rare, just fucking put it in the bin.
Branton has said the drum set aquarium they did on the show tanked. Yeah, that'd be up there as well. Almost like the skateboarding one they did as well. And Thomas said those tank bridges are lame. Yeah, I think, are they the ones that go under the substrate? I thought they're pretty average as well.
Oh, the other ones, those, someone bought them in a little while ago. Those wall-mounted fish tanks, and they were like 2 meters long, but they were literally like 2 inches thick.
Yeah, I thought on principle they were pretty good until I saw how thick they were.
I actually kind of dig them. But only for the right fish. You'd have to have very, very small fish in them.
I mean, I had one, but for science, I had one.
I thought they looked cool, but they needed to be just a little bit bigger. But how you'd mount it on the wall, I don't know.
So that they had some pretty beefy brackets that came with them, and where I mounted the one that I had was a perfect fit for the old fireplace mantle. So I actually had it on the brackets, but then had it resting on the mantle as well. But yeah, fucking useless, impossible to clean. Like you can't even fit your hand in there. Like it was just the stupidest design. Why am I the only one?
I'm just playing around with different screen things.
I'm a big boy now.
Wow, this just got really exciting. Oh, damn!
In your pants.
Whoa.
So those tanks, what did you put in it, Matt?
I just had a bunch of neons in it, like literally had like 40 neons.
So every day you're pulling a dead one out?
Well, no, because I couldn't actually really pull them out because I couldn't get anything fucking in there. So I had to like drain it so I could.
Is it really?
Find them.
Is he gone?
It's really something. If you're saying is it really thin, yeah, like literally they're like that thick.
Helen has said, up with the dumbest has to be those vases advertised for bedders, no filtration or heating, just put a peace lily in the top. Might have held about a litre of water. Yeah, they sucked.
Do we just say like goldfish bowls in general as well?
Gimmicky shit.
Can we kick him off?
Ryan's gone, yeah?
Yeah.
Shit.
Did you? Fuck you.
Sorry, man. I'm just using this as a as we sample run for playing around with things.
I think I'm here.
You think
Oh.
yeah. Look at the devil.
Well, welcome back to the land of the living. Hey, Tom's
God.
been pretty quiet lately. He comes in pretty late. Are you still up to your referral business, Tom?
I'm trying to figure out the right screen setting so I can edit stuff afterwards. I've discovered that when we have it on this setting here, it's impossible to edit shorts into, like to get everything framed correctly. But I think if we have it this setting here, individually, people will be able. I'll be able to cut frame size correctly, as long as you stay in the screen, you dickhead. We'll see how we go.
Okay, so have we categorically decided that those are the dumbest aquariums we've ever seen?
I don't know. You went there for half the conversation.
No, I could hear everything. It's weird. I can hear everything, but apparently you can't hear me. So
it's probably not being an active member of this community.
Ryan likes to listen.
Well,
I thought he liked to watch.
I've been listening and watching. Don't worry about that. Watching the road, of course, while I'm driving.
So Thomas has responded. I've been moving house and shit lately. Car and house got broken into and stolen. He's just been busy, which basically means haven't had time to play pranks on Ryan.
Hang on, how did his house get stolen?
I didn't realize your house got broken into as well. That sucks. I saw that your car got taken, which equally sucks, but didn't realize your house got broken into. Not cool. Not cool at all.
Yeah.
Also, something I wanted to bring up.
Shitty.
Ryan didn't mention this in his weekly recap, but he's been bullying people this week.
You've been a cyber bully or an in-person bully?
He's been a cyber bully, like poor Braxton. I can only imagine what he's feeling.
What have you done to Braxton? You dick. Braxton's a lovely character. What have you done?
Told him he was dumb.
I don't think we should talk about this, or I'll get triggered if you talk about that. If we talk about this, and then I'll let you guys. The language that I use to Braxton would not be appropriate in here.
Well, make it PG-13. What happened? I want to hear the story. I can't believe you've been mean to Braxton. He was like our number one listener, and because of your antics, he's dropped down to our number 7 listener. Is he gone again?
I think he's just pretending like he's driving through a tunnel.
God, he's a dick.
I can understand.
You can understand what? Dick? Oh, God. We don't have to wonder why the views are going down.
I'm going through a tunnel, sorry.
Bullshit like this. Sort it out.
I was driving through a tunnel. Sorry, I was driving through a tunnel.
And then he just crashed.
Fucking tunnel, all right?
Right, so go back to the start of your story.
Or Matt will tell the story.
My story. Can you hear me?
Sadly.
No. So Braxton was number 1 fan of the show, and then decided he didn't like us and stopped listening. But he has a nice tank full of trophies that I sold him, and that he was loving and enjoying. And then he bought a house, and he decided that all his tanks were going to cost them too much money to run, and then basically started giving them all away on Trade Me. I saw his tank on Trade Me, and then sent him a polite and encouraging message to take it off Trade Me.
Fuck, you're useless, Ryan. You're genuinely useless.
That is my story.
I give it a 0 out of 69 because you suck. I realised that he'd bought a house. I didn't realise that he was selling all of his aquarium.
Why?
Aquaria.
Well, he didn't just sell them. Like, he put a comment in there saying, I don't want any money for this, just provided a good home.
I'll put a solution.
Yeah, he literally... He had like 20 odd trophies and Capelli and Julie's and had them at $1 reserve. I sent it to Ryan, not realizing it was his tank. And I'm like, whoa, look at this. Shame it's all the way down in fucking Dunedin. And then he told me about his abusive nature.
I've just muted Ryan because I think that's going to be better off for the next 20 minutes.
Yes, thank you. Fuck yeah. So, I was wanting to know, non-aquarium related, more thinking ahead, you know, tis the festive season. We should do like a Christmas special.
A Christmas special?
A Christmas special. Like, you don't have the excuse of work anymore to be like, oh, I can't do an after work stream. I don't want to get drunk with you guys.
It was never an excuse of work. It was an excuse of my wife having work and when I had the children. It was never to do with my work.
No, not valid. Not valid.
How dare she?
How dare she work 60 hours in a 24-hour period? But no, we should do a Christmas special, but make it in the evening.
What day?
Ryan, your thoughts? Yes, good.
Ryan's on mute.
Yeah, exactly. I just spoke
I
for
got
him.
muted. I've been listening. I've been here the whole time. I've been listening, but I went through a big tunnel and I got muted, so it's not good. A Christmas special.
It was good for us.
Well, yeah. Well, I also don't think I was cyberbullying Braxton. I thought I was politely encouraging him. Pretty much.
Okay.
Officially. We could do a Christmas special, but will people actually listen to it is the key thing.
Okay, well, let's ask the chat. Maybe at the end of the stream, can we put a poll up, and it'll be the last stream.
Why do you want a poll up, Matt? Is that so you can strip on it? Booyah!
Look, I've got withdrawals. I'm just
You'll stop masturbating then. Your fucking wrist will get better.
Fuck up. It'll be the last stream of the year. I take it that we're not going to do one like between Christmas, New Year, blah, blah, blah. And shall we make it like a Friday after work, blah, drinks, podcast, talk shit?
And I think
almost guarantee that I can't do a Friday after work.
Well, another day then. I'm spitballing ideas.
And I think we should post the link to the podcast in the chat, and then anyone that wants to join can just join.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And come say Merry Christmas to everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And post their New Year's resolution, which they're not going to do, and their best fishy advice.
I'm down for that. We just need to make a time that works for everybody, or works for most of us.
Most of us.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds bloody good. I'm excited. I'm frothing.
I think if we did it on a Friday or a Saturday, we could do it any night. It'd have some beers too. That'd be even more entertaining. especially when Cam doesn't drink.
He'd get onto those tequila shots and start saying aquatics.
Fucking aquatics.
And then walk outside to have a cigarette.
I love that. That was so good. That was that's a good one. It was a good one.
Stephen would like to know. Stephen has got a question for us. I'm glad he's got a question because he's probably going to single-handedly make this show actually get somewhere. What does Christmas mean to... I'm assuming he's meaning the panel, and I'm assuming he means we are the panel. What does Christmas mean to us? Ryan, you go first because you're the most grinchiest, and we want to leave some Christmas cheer for everybody.
It means it's socially acceptable to drink before lunchtime.
Did you know the answer's only well? Ryan started with that one.
No, it just means I get some time off work and get to see my family and stuff. And it really doesn't really mean a lot to me. It's like more of a commercial holiday, but it is a good excuse to actually stop for people. So yeah, that's my lot.
Christmas is a day of stress and disorganization for me. And I love Christmas, but I hate Christmas Day. Also means it's socially acceptable for me to play Mariah, which, to be fair, I think is socially acceptable for me to play Mariah in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November as well. So it's okay.
Nice.
For me,
Like
it's the one day where it's acceptable to get really drunk and tell your estranged aunties and uncles what you really think of them.
I thought you were going to say your estranged
like
wife for a second then.
I was thinking that sounds like a Nelson thing if you're confessing your love to your aunties and uncles.
No, I'm talking about Baldy's brutal truths.
Baldy's brutal truths.
No, it's a huge family day for us. So yeah, because we're quite spread out, so everyone always travels. We all get together in one place. It is stressful because there's shitloads to organise and suss out. But then when you get to the day, it's day drinking from 7 a.m. or whenever you get up. Mimosas in the morning, straight onto the beers.
So just a question for our non-New Zealand watchers, because the very common theme for the New Zealand people are getting on the piss from basically the minute you wake up. Over in the Freedom Units world, does Christmas Day basically mean getting on the piss from the minute you wake up until the minute that you fall asleep in the afternoon? Because obviously we're in different seasons. Here in New Zealand, it's sunny as shit and it's really warm. And you're in your jandals, your flip-flops, your thongs, whatever you want to call them, cracking open a beer or a wine literally as soon as you wake up. Maybe have a coffee first. And it's for most people, or a lot of people, it's on the wheeze all day long until you fall asleep in the afternoon with a massive belly full of food, and then you wake up and continue going. Is it the same for everybody in Freedom Unit? I don't even drink, so that's not me anyway, in the Freedom Units land.
I was going to say, at least put Carlo or something in the coffee.
I don't drink, so why would I do that?
Boring.
I think for the Christmas...
I've never been drunk on Christmas. Even when I was a decent drinker, I didn't drink on Christmas Day.
Why don't you drink?
Yeah,
that's a question for the
Why
listeners.
don't I drink?
Yeah.
Do you want the extended version or the short version? We've got plenty of time because we're trying to fill this podcast out, so we'll go the extended version.
Okay.
No. So I was pushing the boat out with a friend of mine one New Year's Eve. The goal was to drink 4 bottles of brandy between us. We were into the 3rd bottle, and he said to me, "I think this is going to be the last time that I get on it because his old man had just recently died of drinking related things, and he's like, I think it's going to be the last time I drink like this. I'm gonna give up the drinking boots." And I was like, well, oh shit face, good as gold. you're basically the only person I drink with as well. So I'll support you by not drinking as well. And so that was nearly 2 years ago. And so that's pretty much it. I didn't really drink a heck of a lot anyway. I might have had a cocktail or two on a Sunday when I was watching the Warriors, but that was kind of it. I would binge drink about 3 or 4 times a year for special events like grand finals or cricket prize giving. But when I really went for it, I'd go for it. But then I was like, well, I don't need to drink, so I've just stopped drinking.
It's far.
Happy with that
There's
answer?
a cool story about the boat. No, I thought there'd be like there was a little bit of an epiphany, but not really, and there wasn't any like nakedness or arrestedness or like.
Don't you worry, I've done some massive naked stuff drunk before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some significant. Okay, all right. Approximately 19 years, between the ages of 18 and 20, my party trick was just to take my clothes off and walk around the party naked. I did this many times. It was the middle of the afternoon and I was already well smashed, and I was at my friend's house and his mum had come up for a weekend. I walked outside, no clothes on, gave her a big hug, sat there and just got on the wheeze for about 3 or 4 hours, no clothes on, just for fun. So that definitely did happen.
Did you get sunburned?
I don't recall. I'm assuming I probably sat under a shade cloth type thing.
Okay. Right. That's the first thing that came to mind. And was the mum in question like Stacey's mum? Was it like Stacey's mum?
No, she was not like Stacey's mum.
She was after a few beers, though, eh?
Nice lady. She found it hilarious.
I have this fun habit of incapacitating myself for Christmas Day lately. So the last 3 Christmases in a row, I've been an absolute sack of shit for one reason or another. One was starting new meds the day before Christmas Eve, then getting on it Christmas Eve and being horribly sick the next day. Dumb idea.
Like it.
Last year I ended up in the hospital on Christmas Eve because my dog bit my head. Because ADHD. Dog sleeping, nice hot day. We're sitting in the lounge chilling, and I look over, see the dog snoring away. ADHD part goes, you should sneak up on him and blow raspberries in his face. So there's me slinking across the floor, blow raspberries in his face. Of course he gets a fright, bites me. And so, yeah, ended up with a tooth in my head and a trip to hospital. So this year's goal is to actually make it to Christmas Day so I can get drunk and tell everyone what I think about it.
It's good to have goals in life, I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
what, Ryan?
Yeah, cool story.
Where's your?
I think my reception's bad. So.
Well, duh.
Took you 55 minutes to figure that out.
So here's another question for the floor.
I'm doing the best I can.
A, do we really suck that badly? And B, why do you still watch this train wreck? Continue on. You can hear it indicators.
Well, I was just saying. So there's no reason why you can't have. There's no reason why you can't have a beer then. You just don't want to.
I'm not a raging alcoholic that'll slip back into like bootloads of alcohol if I drink. I just choose not to.
Your party trick could be really entertaining at Baldy's wedding, though.
Oh yeah, I'd probably join in. That'd be great.
one-time thing, throwback, like...
Yeah, and it's literally going to be in a paddock, so there'll be no. It's not like it's in a bar or anything, so there's going to be no one there to tell you off or get you arrested. You know.
This is giving me
There'll be some
full
nice,
on
comfortable bushes to sleep
Californication
in.
mangina vibe.
There you go. Just wait until after the photographer's gone.
Well, everyone's got a bloody camera in their pocket. That isn't going to matter.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be one of those parties where you put your phones and your keys in a bowl by the door.
Sounds like a fun time. Am I bringing my wife or not?
Yeah. Bring whoever you want. That's what Matt's done. He's finally found someone.
Is that why you're making Kim your wife, so she can become a hot wife and not just a hot woman?
I don't get it.
Look,
But anyway.
He's trying to live out his real life Pretty Woman, okay?
I understand. Okay. Cool. All right. Have we done talking about our interesting topic of aquariums?
On the company laptop, then, Ryan. As Matt goes
I own
to
the
Google
company, so I can probably Google whatever I like.
This is a good point.
I cannot.
That's a good point. No.
Do we have any more to add on the very exciting and comprehensive topic of aquariums?
We've been pretty good today. We've talked about it for about 3 minutes.
Holy shit. No, we got to stay for a little bit longer. Royalty has just joined us.
Who's that?
If you gave the podcast
Rebecca has
the time of day, then you'd know.
I can't really check the comments or do anything until while I'm driving. It's just not cricket, you know.
Okay. So what is our topic for next week? So we don't end up being as shit as we have again today. Things can be a little more prepared. Maybe we can even, I don't know, converse about the topic prior so we're not coming in so useless.
Should we talk about, have we talked about nanofish before, like little fishies?
Probably not, but let's do that. Done, nanofish.
And Matt, there was a reason I said that, because Shelley's a little fish as well. So
yes,
yeah.
Sweet.
So you're going to talk about Shelley's? Okay.
No, nanofish. We've done Shelley's specifically before, so we can't do Shelley specifically again. But we could talk about nanofish, okay?
So we're talking about nanofish. Should we structure this podcast around nanofish more properly? What are we doing?
We're going to start off.
Ignore the listener mail because we don't get any. Maybe not a random question because no one's really got anything relevant. And then actually talk about nanofish. Should we actually talk about the topic?
Let's do a throwback to like one of your guys' first episodes where you were actually on point and spoke quite in depth for quite some time. I just got distracted by a comment.
I'm just saying, officially, this sounds like a fucking shit idea.
Oh, you fucking brought it up. Cool. So we'll try and do a properly one. Yep.
Someone said hanging out with you guys reminds me why I don't drink. So it's good. I like it. If we can be the voice of soberism, that's great.
And 6 a.m. is not too early to drink, Rebecca. Never. There's always there's a will. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Steve, this is the sort of denial about maybe structuring the podcast or sticking to a topic that keeps me coming back each week.
I am driving here with beers in my chili bin next to me on the way to work, thinking it'd be nice to crack one of these today. It's pretty bloody warm already, but you know.
It's so hot down here, like already. when I walked out of the house. So we've got central heating, so I've got the AC blasting. Walked outside, and it was just like this humid, hot heat wave in my face. I was like, yuck.
That was the problem with ACA, because you just turn it down and down and down, you get used to it, and it feels 10 times hotter when you walk outside. So
Yeah,
we're meant to get just under 30 degrees here today. For all you Freedom users, I think that's like in the high 80s sort of scenario.
No, that's about 90.
Ridiculous. Eh?
It's about 90.
Is it? Either way, it's meant to be ridiculous. It's like keeping discus weather temperature. Not a fun time.
Well.
Okay, Matt, so you want next week's episode to be really structured, like a throwback to how we used to do. So what do you want to see? How do you want to see it going?
Well, then maybe you need to write a timeline, and then we have to keep to it. There you go. That's your thing. You have to write a and put it on the 3 Idiots page. The agenda, the meeting agenda with timings for the next episode, and we'll keep to it.
You saying that Matt has to do this because that's the way that he wants it run? Done. Perfect. Matt, this is your job for you.
Fuck, I have to do work.
Right. Time frame for this is this has to be done by Friday 8 a.m. please, so we can put it up. So you've got 48 hours to complete this task. The topic is nanofish. How would you like this podcast?
At 48 hours. How am I going to do that? I've got 60 hours of work to do.
Just make it work. Just do it.
Talk to Cam's wife.
You've now got 62
she
hours.
She suffers 60 hours and 48 hours regularly with him.
Why do you think she works so much?
Get the fuck away from me.
Because your fucking habits. Because of your fucking habits. That's why you stopped drinking, eh? You can't afford to drink and have fish.
She works so much. Yeah, no, must be. Yeah, absolutely, for my fish reasons. Why do you think I started a business? So I didn't have to tell her how much I was spending on fish.
Unjustified fish spending.
Didn't have to ask permission.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, that's decided then.
Okay, so we're all done.
Am I structuring this down to the minute? So like it'll be. So what I'm thinking is we open, we go around the room. Cam gets 5 minutes to talk about his fish room. I get 5 minutes to talk about my fish room. Brian gets 30 seconds because no one gives a fuck. Like, am I breaking it down that much?
And are you defining? Are you defining general rules of etiquette or behavioural expectations that might be expected during this podcast as well?
Like what? No extended appendages?
You know, I've got a feeling that in 6 months' time, we're going to look back on this moment here and realize this is the moment that Matt usurped Ryan as the leader of the pack. And this is when he's come up from underneath and gone, fuck you, Ryan, cut him down, I'm the boss now. You are the captain.
He kind of looks like the guy from the movie, actually, that was the captain.
I'm sorry, guy? You really just ruined it for me by saying I came up from underneath Ryan.
That's a different fantasy for Matt. It's a different fantasy.
No, it's definitely not.
You can lie.
A little bit of.
All right, then, boss. So you sort out what we're going to do next week, Skipper, and you let us know, and we'll go from there. All we know is we're talking about nanofish, and Ryan.
And I will do my best to derail it. I mean, to follow along diligently, as always.
Do I need to incentivize you? Like, if you can play by the rules for the next half hour, I'll send you a fish.
Ooh, I could be interested in this.
A fucking jaguar shows up on my doorstep, be like, oh fuck, that was a dumb fucking idea, wasn't it?
Okay. Has everyone had enough?
Cool. Well, yeah, I've had enough. and I'm almost at my favourite South African shop, so I'm going to pull over and get some food.
Are you going to be recordable next week, Ryan, or are you going to be black with the white spot again?
I think I'll be at home. Locked it into the calendar.
Okay. All right. Okay. You seem busy. I'll let you go.
I said I put it in the calendar, so I should be around next week. Okay.
It's not like it's changed for the last 80. Well, actually, it has changed in the last 87 weeks.
Yeah, unfortunately, I get busy, so it's all good. But anyway, we do what we can. I'll talk to you guys later. Next week even, maybe even before next week I'll talk to you two, but
Okay,
have to.
Okay,
Right.
bye.
Bye.
Once again, sorry for this absolute train wreck of a podcast. Have a lovely week.
It was great.
You can see my soul is just being slowly sucked out of me every time we do this at the moment. Bye.
Nothing else is getting sucked out.